What up, my freaks? Ruinous here with part, I want to say 19-ish of my Total War Warhammer 3 Wulfrik Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Wulfrik has defeated the Challenger of the Eagle and completed the Last of the Gods challenges, giving us the long victory and the rather nice rewards. It's good that we kept Wulfrik around here so that we were able to at least take on the champion of the, I want to say, Serpent up here around the Altar of Spawns a couple of episodes ago, and now we are free to set sail to Skeggy, as well, all according to the prophecy, all in accordance with the prophecy. There we go. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time around, looks like at least a few still need to be moved, and I think BURPLESMIRK is within range of an army. He doesn't have much of an army himself, but this is kind of a basic army, and I kind of want to see him obliterate giant piles of enemies, so I think maybe we'll move towards Marius Leipdorf and attack him here. He's got 3 settlements, and this is his best army, so why not let BURPLESMIRK have a little fun? Plus, it's more of our allied factions being at war with other factions, and more potential for raisin stuff. Go to Swartzhafen immediately, BURPLESMIRK, and we'll start the episode off with a nice little fight for you. Alrighty, and I just noticed the Chaos Warriors, they may be not of the Nurglite variety, but the sort of capes or the fur that they've got on their back looks pretty darn green to me. It blends in well with the grass, and thus it blends in well with BURPLESMIRK and his force. Basic units versus basic units, but we'll see how the enemy archers and swords and stuff fare against basic marauders when said marauders have horrible regeneration. Plus a pretty solid front line of the 2 units of Chaos Warriors as well, and solid physical resistance. Anyway, BURPLESMIRK will charge forth, and the Beasts of Nurgle will surge past the infantry line and through the enemy, and there we go. They don't care about any of that. BURPLESMIRK will head directly towards the enemy lord, while those beasts will go after the enemy piles of archers. Now, the Beasts of Nurgle, as I recall, don't actually do all that much in the way of damage, but they are very difficult to bring down, and especially with that horrible regen on them, I really don't see the archers and or the spears, basically any kind of infantry, missile or melee, doing anything against them. And we can even help them out a little bit by popping that Curse of the Leper upgraded on them, imbuing them with Plague, and dishing out additional damage, plus that missile or melee damage reflection. BURPLESMIRK is hitting away at the enemy lord, who's lost about 30% of his HP, but has lost a lot more leadership. Probably not the most pleasant thing, fighting a great unclean one. And he'll probably be doing that for a while yet. The Chaos Warriors and the Marauders are also very much in the fight, and so far, by the looks of their HP, they're not really taking any damage. Or if they are, they're simply healing it right back up, and any individual unit that dies is just regenerated. Alrighty, obviously against an elite troop that would be able to kill them faster than they can regenerate, this wouldn't work so well, but against when it's basic units versus basic units, horrible regeneration basically makes your army invincible. Alright, enemy lord down to nearly half HP now. The Beasts of Nurgle have sent several of the units of the enemy archers routing, and are now working away at the enemy units of spears or pikes and whatnot. We also had a couple of units of marauders that were deployed on the right flank in order to sort of flank the enemy. I was hoping to rush them at the archers together with the Beasts of Nurgle, simply so that the archers weren't able to fire, and it looks like they did manage to catch at least a couple of them. They just gotta hack their way through them a little bit faster. Funnily enough, Berserkers would thus probably work fairly well here. because they would have horrible regeneration and their general fragility would then be accounted for. But anyway, looks like the enemy lord's down to about a quarter of HP. BURPLESMIRK is waded into the fight against some swords and pikes who are having a pretty bad time of it. Enemy Lord fires up with that tiny little pea shooter against BURPLESMIRK and gets knocked to the ground. Not quite out yet, but I'd be willing to wager that will soon change. Most of the enemy main line is being overrun. Well, maybe overrun is not quite the word since the enemy outnumbers us, but is being forced to rout at the very least. Alrighty, one more hit to the enemy lord by the looks of it, and BURPLESMIRK will destroy him. Okay, maybe two more hits as that one was too busy killing off a bunch of other units. There we go. It's fun. It's nice that we got to debut this guy properly on his own without Trogg babysitting him. And with that, I do believe he runs down the enemy lord, who is out of here. With that, his army will break and the battle will be ours. Nice. And look at those HP bars. Everything by the looks of it is completely fine. I'm not even sure we took losses here. Everything's at full HP. The horrible regeneration plus that Children of Nurgle constant healing from BURPLESMIRK whenever he was casting spells worked quite well. Alright, there we go. I know it's only basic units, but horrible regeneration makes it pretty hilarious. 0 losses against the enemy, even with the basic Marauder units. BURPLESMIRK did decent, and, well, the Chaos Warriors, or at least one of the Chaos Warriors, the one that didn't get trapped by the other one, got plenty of kills. Good job to the Beasts of Nurgle, if nothing else, in keeping the enemy distracted the entire time as well. Anyway, there we go. We'll raise it once more for the Serpent. Yes, and I was hoping you could move a little bit more. Now I'm a little bit concerned that Vlad might be able to reach you from down here. I guess we'll see. Now, we did get an Armor of Fortune out of it, though, so I won't say no to that. Mammoth Tamer, you do not need. Likely you don't need any of the kind of tamers. We gotta figure out what you're gonna put into your army later on. Anyway, Burple. Going to March Stance, we're gonna... Oh, we're still suffering attrition, for the love of... Oh, we really need that Vampiric Corruption to be got here. But anyway, for now, just build some troops. Basic or not, it doesn't really matter. Just gotta get something on field. Now, we can't get the stronger Marauders on the field, unfortunately. You know, and get a couple Berserkers. With horrible regeneration, maybe that'll work out decently well for you. Obviously, if we could get some Marauder Champions or something in here, and that would be swell. Obviously, this is only temporary because we're gonna get them other stuff, but we need to actually be able to recruit it, which we can't do right now. Anyway, Sith Wallbreaker, I think I checked your last episode. Surtha Ek, you are, well, were shadowing Luan, who now appears to be not quite where we want him to be. Nonetheless, move a little bit closer over here, and who knows, maybe he'll... Are you two actually too far away from each other now? Okay, you know what, just stay together. Maybe he'll try to go for you guys, rather than trying to loop around us. No guarantee, but we shall see. Stig Aisling, what are you again? Oh, you're a Mammoth Helm, yes. Alright, we'll leave you there for now. Same with Ormgard Agnarsson, who is a drunken brawler, so he's gonna have our giant army, and whatever else. There's lots and lots of giants. The Marauder Berserker army will also have giants, but it'll have way more Berserkers, so... Yeah. Plus, we probably will want to combine it with maybe War Shrines or something else. Basically anything that would buff the Berserkers and give them much-needed armor and melee defense. Anything that they're missing, really. Anyway, anybody else need to do anything? I don't think that they do. Oh, I guess we should move Balefish. You know what? Try going here. I'm gonna hope that there's nobody around here that can attack you. I mean, Wurzag can reach it, but I don't think he's gonna break 2 agreements to just try to kill you off, and you should still be able to follow Trogg around. In theory. In practice, we'll see. Olaf Fimmerkin, yeah, so we need to move you as well, and you are gonna head up here, and you're gonna start dealing with Grimgor. And Lamondal, you're gonna be his follower, so, well, get to following. Actually, don't remember. Does Lamondal have a trait that is good? As in, do we need him to... No, he's just got a mammoth helm. That's fine. That's fine. As in, a trait that warrants actually building him a proper stack. Funnily enough, we can recruit lords at rank 10 now, so we wouldn't technically need to make use of these guys. Oh well. Oh well. These two at least still have traits that we need, so we're still good there, and I think now that's it for the rest of this turn, or at the very least I'm disinclined to look for any more. So, we'll skip that, skip the heroes. I did the heroes on turn. Let's see what the scaling do now that we're at war with them. And where the heck is the Nemesis Crown? I was really banking on that thing coming back just as Wulfrik came around here, but it looks like since Reichland sealed it after Karl Franz took it away from Kazrak, it hasn't come back. I thought it was supposed to come back in like 10 turns after it's sealed, but apparently not. Hopefully it's not buggy. What do you want? Peace treaty, how about you confederate? No dice, eh? No, no dice. And, yeah, he's gonna move that way. I kind of figured that that's what would happen. But oh well. Well, what can you do? You can reach Pakai's Bay all the way from here. And I wonder, will Cormac attempt to go for Troll Fjord still? Can he get away from Wulfrik is the real question. Cathedral destroyed. Oh, interesting. I'll resolve this. And occupy it. Which is the last settlement of these guys. Plundering the Tomb Kings, sure, good, good, good. Enemy killed in battle, terrifying Muscovy, bear-sling Berserker, and province secured. In theory, we should also raise these territories. You know what, we could send Kuchar down to them while we're waiting to go down to Ulthuan town. Although I guess these are also territories that we're stealing tech from. Now, speaking of stealing tech, we got another tech thief on field. Land here if you can. It looks like you can't. Alright, land there next turn. Kuchar, stand, march stance. I don't think you're afraid of anybody here. You are a legend after all. Slith Wallbreaker. Alright, these guys. Everybody's back in action here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And another Berserker. There we go. Those guys will reinforce. Alright, you know what? What we'll do is we'll move the troop ferry this way and see if it can get to Troll Fjord to try to defend it.
My challenge?
Hopefully Cormac just turns around and tries to go for Wulfrik rather than Troll Fjord because he's closer, but we're going to have to wait and see. Anyway, while we're here, we're going to go for Marauders to Builders. We'll immediately upgrade the Longship Graveyard here, delete the defenses, and replace them with Iron, and then here I guess we are going to go for... We could kickstart the Growth. Growth is going to be good here anyway because it's got 3 ports though, so it's not the biggest of deals. Maybe the Public Order. Start with the Ruinous Altar. Go for it. Alright, and the rest of that looks good to me. Alrighty. Not Slith Wallbreaker, because you're going to be waiting for a little bit. And just to double check, you didn't complete any recruitment, did you? No. We got 2 recruiters going at once, and that's good enough. Otherwise, I'm just going to get confused. Now, Surtha. I do assume that Lewin went this way. Unless he went back. I imagine he wouldn't be able to take Kurun with Olaf Hilmarsson there. We could try to move Surtha this way by himself and see what's going on out here. Ah, there he is. So he didn't quite move away. Alright, that's actually good, because we can keep moving this way. We'll see what he does. I don't think he's gonna attack us, because frankly he'd probably be crazy to do so, but yeah. And just in case. Can we set up an ambush now? Too late. You know what, I should have tried that. Too late. Alright, you two, just stay together. He's presumably going to return to his territories out there. Also, who owns these territories? Broken Axe and Kurun. They're not at war with each other, though. In fact, Kurun's not at war with anybody out here. They're just at war with Be'lakor and all of our vassals, and obviously us. So yeah. Anyway, Mountains of Hell. Let's build up that glacial passage, Skull Road. Let's build up the Offering to Slaughter in another one of these caves of Dark Offerings and the Cursed City. Ah, nice. Go for that damned Longhouse. Gotta get those capacities. But otherwise, I think, well, we do need more... we do need more Norsca Ice Troll capacity. And we need more Tech Thieves. Damn it, alright, fine. Just keep building these. I was hoping to get more plunder buildings, but I guess we're okay. And we did use up most of our plunder, so makes sense. Let's then go into... what was it called? Masters of... or Master, or rather, of Beasts. Yeah, there's a caravan. That was just Legion of Asgore caravan. And that was a caravan we could attack. And, huh. Are these guys popping up a new sort of set of rebels every single turn? I guess they don't like us raiding their territories, which kind of makes sense. But anyway, I'll resolve them. And you know what? Before kill captives this time for the physical resistance, I would like to raise Wolfenburg, if possible. Yeah, do this. That's gonna hurt. And raise it for the Serpent again. Back away as much as you can from Elspeth, and... can Elspeth reach us here? By the looks of it, she cannot. You can go into March stance, but by the looks of it, it won't get you any further, will it? So I'd rather go into healing. While you continue to wait for your army to arrive.
Leave me be. You touch me.
Oh, and Elspeth's army is probably broken again because of the, well, because of the bugginess. Throggy. Now, what do we have here? I see... wait, where is... huh. Did Thorgrim run away? Thorgrim? Thorgrim? Why would you back up from this? You done goofed, sir. You done goofed. Alrighty, let's move Balefish here into Akendorf. We would like to be near to Thorgrim, but if he's backed away, he could be ambushing. There is that possibility. But if he has indeed backed away, we can very much take Karaz-a-Karak. Out of curiosity, what... damn, 37k for sacking it. It is a tier 4, however, and we should take it a tier 3 instead. Let's level up and let's jump on in. If we can draw out the garrison, that would be fantastic. Pit of Shades. Always nice to have, and we have plenty of mana to be playing around with. Hey, you, sir, we're going through Alpha Wolf, and... do we get you the bleed effect? I think we do. I think we get you the bleed effect, even if it's relatively minor. Because we have Bone... well, we will have Bone Crusher from the Giants. On the other hand... the good thing about Sharpened Claws is that it's -2 bonus versus large for enemy armies in region. If we had multiple Skinwolf Werekins here, this would probably be a lot of value. On the other hand, Bone Crusher is a better... it's a better trait. Plus, the speed reduction on it will combine with various frost stuff, making it impossible to run away from you. So to answer my own question, I don't know, so I'm gonna get Razor Claws for now and just ignore it. You are allied with nobody. That's kind of surprising. They're trading with Reichland, but they're allied with nobody. Good for them. Wait. Just to double check, you can't march stance all the way to here? No, you can't. Alright, that's fine. Throggy, in you go. Declare war. Yes. And are they ambushing? No, but we will draw out the garrison of Karaz-a-Karak. Now, the gyrocopters are going to be a problem. I don't think the Longbeards are going to be an issue. We do have to watch out for those Iron Drakes and Troll Hammers, though. They're going to be critical to the enemy's defense. Go, go, go. Oh, this foolish, foolish guildmaster. He's gonna screw over all of Karaz-a-Karak for being out here. And just look at our Vanguard deployed Skinwolves bounding towards him. This is in slow motion. Now, this is how fast they're moving when it's in slow motion. 104 speed, 77 mana attack, 123 speed now as they charge on in. And the idea was to try to destroy the Goblin Hewer before the enemy was able to do anything, and maybe even send the Werekin to kill off the... ooh, look at that leap. To kill off the enemy Guildmaster. Though as to whether we'll be able to do that remains to be seen. Still, it's a very nice charge, all things considered. This isn't a cavalry unit, and they probably don't have the massive... actually, 1650, they do have the massive cavalry. In fact, they have very solid mass. Good job. Good job to them. But anyway, they are in it, and they are distracting the enemy army while Throggy moves in with the rest of his forces. And I still don't know where Thorgrim is, but, well, he's... he chose the wrong time to either leave or get killed. Alright, we do have to be a little bit careful, however, here, as there are some hammerers in, and they can certainly dish out plenty of damage. Gonna pop Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma on them to slow them down, and then allow the Maws of Savagery to escape, as they have taken plenty of damage for their trouble. There were also a unit of Ironbreakers and the Goblin Hewer Slayers there, so there's certainly a lot of stuff that would be dangerous to them. The Werkin, however, is more or less fine and still fighting in the pile of hammers, and we're going to join it with Frigastrex and help out, at least a little bit. I'm going to pop that Vortex while Throggy arrives, and kicked. He always jumps right into the screen just as I zoom in. He has that habit, certainly. And I do believe the enemy lord is in there somewhere as well, frankly, despite the fact that we told our Skinwolf Werkin to attack him. Either the enemy units were distracting him, or he has strong enough defenses to be able to survive it. Anyway, the three single entities aren't really afraid of either the Ironbreaker's blasting charges or the Vortex, so they can just keep on fighting. It only tickles. And there we go, Throggy has found the enemy lord at last. And just as he does, the Werkin will knock him away. But not to worry. It's a cool Gatling gun thing you've got going on there, buddy. Not so sure you're gonna get too much use out of it, though. And the Maws of Savagery are back. Also gotta remember that they do have regeneration as well, so we can just move them in. Horrible regeneration, I should say. Move again, move them in, do a little bit of damage, heal up a little bit, and then back away. On top of the horrible regeneration, I assume that they still have the Wolfen Vigor. Yes, they do. So when they're in melee, they get additional heals, and it does give you a benefit for 30 seconds of healing quite a lot, so it does lend itself well to cycle charging. Anyway, Trogg is still in the middle of the enemy formation, but the enemy reinforcements have arrived. Probably, however, will be too late to save that Guildmaster. And we moved away the hero now as well, and Frigastrex, everybody's backing up, but Trogg does not care about any of this. He's sighted an enemy, and he's sighted Karaz-a-Karak, which I think is a hold fit for a king. Alrighty, and the enemy lord gets crushed beneath Trogg, who is now going after the remnants of those hammerers. Still a very threatening unit, and we may as well have him destroy them. He's perfectly fine in terms of HP, and even if the troll hammers and the regular or the flamethrower iron drakes do get into range, ooh, there we go, troll hammers smashing into Trogg. Honestly, that's just gonna make him angry. There we go, he's going to charge right through those lines. He did take about maybe 10% of his HP in damage, but will close the distance with the enemy troll hammers, who, I didn't know that they could fire like that. I thought that they had a minimum range, but apparently they don't. Neat. And yeah, now he's just going to kick them into bits. And they did do a little bit of damage to him, but now he's closed the distance. He has standard die in the Sword of Heroes, or anti-heroes rather, active, and he's dishing out massive amounts of damage to them. The rest of our army has backed away here, and if you're wondering why we didn't move it in yet, the idea was to try to get the army away from the edge of the map. If the enemy army stays at the edge of the map, it won't be destroyed, as it'll just run off. And that's not what we want. We want to be able to take Karaz-a-Karak immediately. And so Trogg will continue annoying them until they're ready to move forward. Honestly, with the hammerers destroyed, the the goblin hewer destroyed, and the troll hammers looking like they're about out as well, there's really not too much left here that's actually a threat to Trogg in any way, meaning he could in theory probably destroy the entire army himself if he wanted to, with the exception of the gyrocopters. Anyway, well, Trogg takes what he wants. Anyway, Iron Drake's down to 2 units now. A couple more hits and that unit will be done for. And there's probably another unit that we, even if Trogg wasn't here, they would still be a threat to the other trolls and whatnot, so why not knock them out? There is a Thane here. And, oh my lord, and Trogg will send that Thane flying. I mean, we may as well kill off the other Iron Drakes, the other Thane, the Master Engineer, who's the lord of this army. And the Master Engineer in particular. Oh my lord. He's basically going to be destroyed. Oh, that's the Goblin Hero's HP. Okay, well, actually, the Master Engineer isn't honestly all that much better. And now it looks like the enemy army is moving towards us, or at the very least they have sent forth their artillery pieces. The grudge throwers are firing away at our trolls all the way back there, though fortunately the trolls not particularly threatened by the grudge throwers. A couple more hits and it looks like the enemy lord will, or the Master Engineer will be done for. Is he done for? Yes, indeed he is. He gets crushed beneath Trogg, who will now head towards the remaining Goblin Hewers, Thane, and the Iron Drakes. Hello there, Thane. And once again, Trogg just doesn't care. I mean, he's just killing everything, and nothing can stop him. It looks like this unit of hammers attempted to go after him, but by the looks of it, they're just not even going to bother to try. While the Thane is already at half HP. Oh, and it looks like the first of the enemy units has reached us. That's a unit of Iron Breakers, which are about to themselves be broken beneath the piles of trolls. There we go. They're too slow to get away, as Melkot's Mystifying Miasma slows them down to 26 speed. Though to be fair, it's a dwarf unit, so they were always going to be too slow to get away anyway, regardless of the Melkots. They just allowed us to close the distance a little bit quicker with those trolls. Alright, and it looks like the trolls have pretty much battered down the Iron Breakers, though the rest of the enemy army is moving on. And Trogg has one more HP on that Thane that he's been working on. So he's killed the Guildmaster, and the Engineer, and the Thane, and the Iron Drakes, and hey, we've got more Iron Drakes. Let's go after those guys. Oh, pretty cool. Their flame effects got stopped by the upper portion of the little Stonehenge thing we got going on here. Just a henge of some sort, I don't know. And ooh, that's a nice pile of blasting charges right in the middle of our Troll Death Star. I do wonder if it did any damage or not. No idea. Either way, we got a little bit of casting to do. A Penumbral Pendulum mows down a decent pile of Longbeards and whatnot, while Trogg has made it to that unit of Iron Drakes, who will not be getting any more of their flames out. Oh my lord, yeah, that big old maul is bigger than a dwarf, and being hit by it causes you to explode. Not in a good way. Out here, out in the air rather, we are sending Frigastrex, the Cold Voider, together with the Feral Manticores to chase down those darn gyrocopters, and they're quite effective at it. Frostbite combined with poison, combined with chilling aura from Frigastrex, means that the gyrocopters move at 11 speed. They're not quite standing still, but they're very close to it, and will not be able to get away. It's actually a pretty solid combination for chasing those things down, otherwise they would be harassing and annoying us for the entire battle. Anyway, we can leave Throggy to his own devices, though he will get a little bit more help, frankly, from the Maws of Savagery. Not that he needs it, as we've already seen. And here comes some Fimir to cause a little bit of bleed and speed up the fight. Here's a single use of a Pit of Shades on a unit of Iron Breakers, just because we could. It doesn't look like the enemy has a prayer here, especially after all their most important units got killed by Trogg by himself. Alrighty, does look like the Longbeards and Iron Breakers, or what's left of them, are still fighting, but the balance of power is at about 90% in our favor now. And every second adds another dwarf exploded into bits from having fought those trolls. It looks like a unit of gyrocopters has been destroyed, and we're heading on to the next one. The more fragile units are being chased down by the Fimir, who should be pretty solid at that thing, and Throggy, of course, working on whatever units he can catch as well. There we go. What a monster, though he doesn't have to be one for too much longer in this particular battle, as the battle should be ours very, very soon. I do like that the dwarfs actually did surround our Troll Death Star, but that actually kind of plays into our hands, because they had nothing that they could do that would actually punish us for the Death Star formation here. And we don't even yet have any of the sort of additional buffer units that we'd want in here. It would be really, really nice if we can get a Nurglite War Shrine. That would really kick this army into gear. I mean, it wouldn't make it kill any faster, but it would certainly prevent any of the trolls from dying. And of course, combining a horrible regeneration on the trolls with additional healing from the troll metabolism, as well as the Nurglite War Shrine, would be just glorious. But anyway, with that, Karaz-a-Karak's garrison is by and large completely destroyed. Alright, there we go. One of the gyrocopters managed to escape, and apparently one of the miners as well, but that's pretty much it. And Karaz-a-Karak's garrison is destroyed with little to no, well, one loss. I think the enemy managed to kill off one of the Norscan trolls, so good job to the Hammerers, and unsurprising that it was indeed the Hammerers that did so. We're going to kill the captives for that additional physical resistance, however. May as well make use of it, and then I guess we take out enemy killed in battle, Marauder Brute, Cultist, I don't think we'd have one of these yet, and we'll take out the settlement. Oh, the result, okay, this better not, let's just find out. 18 units lost, 18 units, and how much damage did our Feral Manticores and the Cold Voider take to this? The enemy had nobody to man their towers. It was a single gyrocopter. Oh, game. Anyway, we occupy Karaz-a-Karak, and... hey, another potion of healing, nice. What does Karaz-a-Karak actually give us? The secrets of mining and machinery, construction time, income from capital and settlement buildings, and construction costs. That's not so bad. Essentially, anywhere where Wulfrik is, it would make settlements free. We still need Master of the Beasts, but we have a little bit of spare time because we still have 2 more hunts before we need to unlock it. The Blorgar the Mad Titan, and Radixashin the Serpent of the World Roots. Because I'll have to figure out which of the... ooh, Dwellers Below, leadership and melee attack for forest battles. This will be nice for when we inevitably attack the... Wood Elves. I do like that. Stinky Giant Club is not as great because it loses 10 melee defense, and melee defense is generally worth more than melee attack. Although the weapon strength plus 10% for all characters faction-wide is nice. We just give that to somebody who doesn't necessarily need it as much, or who has an insane amount of melee defense in the first place. Anyway, yeah, we have those until we need to unlock, so we might as well start on the Karaz-a-Karak tech. Speaking of Karaz-a-Karak, ooh, started with the Cave of Dark Offerings and a Slaver's Camp, both of which are great, but we need defenses here, so we'll delete those, but I guess we'll keep the Cave of Dark Offerings. It's a free Skinwolf Werekin and Skinwolf garrison in here after all. Can't say no to that. Oh, you know what? Keep this here for now. We don't know where Thorgrim is. If he has a full stack, he may have jumped down here, he may have moved away somewhere, and if he tries to attack Karaz-a-Karak, we should be, in theory, ready for it. You... yeah, just stay sort of near Akendorf. Maybe could you just move you to Varenka Hills? Wait, are you guys at war with Thorgrim? You are. So you would be safe from them. You know, go by Varenka Hills, and I'm gonna hope that you don't die. You know what I should have done? I should have popped you into ambush, but whatever. Oh, there he is. There he is. You know what? We're just gonna back up. I wonder what he's gonna do. Might be nice to get his defeat rate on Trogg if possible. He has a research rate, among other things, as I recall. But anyway, a nice taking of Karaz-a-Karak there, Throggy. Anybody else need to do anything? I keep forgetting. Stigazling is one of the guys up here. I know, but we gotta keep... there's so many units up here, or so many armies up here, that I keep forgetting who's who and who needs to be moved. Lamondal, you and Olaf are moving together. So move out here. We could grab Saber Mountain and just transfer it to one of our allies on the way to find ourselves a nice Grimgore to kill. Oh, hello. There's a little army out here, decent likelihood that they take the Blasted Expanse. Let's hope that Astrogoth can A, deal with them, B, stop building awful armies. We don't need to protect... he built an outpost rather than a tower at the Silver Pinnacle. It's a little bit disappointing. At least he has the tower here at Uskalak, so we gotta make sure that he doesn't lose that tower since he only has the one. Lamondal. I'm just wondering whether we should send you with Olaf or not. I mean, you still need to leech XP. We'll probably need to send another army down here. We still need to be able to take the Jarna Grund at some point. Not super critical, but you know, just because. BURPLESMIRK, you will temporarily move into Castle Drakenhof. We'll have you go after Vladi, probably. We could also raid Drakenhof, just so we don't have to move. It'll cost us, what, 50 or 25 growth. Now, what can we get here? Oh, it takes 4 turns to get the Marauder Champion. Screw that, it takes too long. Let's get you. I mean, everybody could use Marauder Hunters with Javelins. Let's get you at least a couple, in case we run into monsters. Now, what do we have in terms of corn? Still no Flesh Hounds. Not that we were going to give them stuff from Corn or Slaanesh, I just wanted to see. We have Exalted Demonettes and regular Seekers, but no Heart Seekers and no Exalted Chariots as of yet. Tallyman. I mean, we're already 4 out of 4. I just want to see if we have anything interesting. Becca Knights. Hey, they have... Oh, they have Chosen now. Huh. If they didn't take 3 turns, I'm kind of tempted to build them. Because with BURPLESMIRK's power-ups, they could be pretty darn strong. Bull Centaur Renders with poison and horrible regeneration would be really nasty as well. Somebody in the comments suggested we give BURPLESMIRK the Maherd of Bloodfjord, which is probably a pretty darn good idea. Also liking this Bull Centaur Renders idea. They feel a little bit more coordinate, though, or maybe I'm just looking at it from a Minotaur perspective. I'll think about it. I just think they would work really, really well here in this particular army. Plus, they're generally pretty nasty units. And for now, there's not much you can build, so just build basic troops. We'll either ferry you some... No, probably ferry you some. You're on the list there, BURPLESMIRK. It's just that there's a lot of other armies on the list. And I am once again very tempted to build you some Chosen. Wouldn't be much better than the Chaos Warriors, but we can allow the Fecund Knights to rack up a little bit more of that. Why was I moving you here? Oh, I think I was gonna take. Yeah, okay, I know what I was gonna do. I was going to transfer to this troop ferry all of this, and we were gonna take. Oh, you're recruiting as well. We'll need to grab those. All right, fine. Go here. We'll need to grab the Marauder horses. The Berserkers are going in your army, right? No. You're a Drunken Brawler. You're getting Giants. I think Hamathane Frost, who's not back up yet, is getting the Berserkers because he's a Savage Chief and has the buffs for the buffs for infantry. Alright. We'll get in there. A Recruiter Charmagus, you are moving in. Also, Charmagus. Her name is literally Zinchmage. That's her name. It's like naming your child Jeeves. If you name your child Zinchmage, I'm pretty sure there's only one thing they're gonna be. But anyway, Ormgard. I guess it's hero time. Tech Thebes. That's you. That's what I meant by hero time. Let's see. What do we have here? 9 and still 9. Damn. You need to not die. Guess we'll see. Alright, succeeded. Well done. You can do Lorelorn again, mostly because we're kind of running out of nearby Imperial territories. Another success. Good, good, good. This Tech Thief can go to Ergig and give it a try there, and then possibly move down to Talabaim afterwards. Gotta keep an eye on these guys. Kind of interesting to see Boris with Elspeth rather than with Karl, but honestly, that kind of checks out. Kemperbed. Another failure. Well, well, well. Alrighty, and I would love to end the turn if possible, so assuming that there are no other heroes to get, I wanted a Deranged Mind of the Shadows variety. Let's mill one, at least. Lose the Prodigious Tale, I think. And then what about the Werekin? Bloodscent and Demented Beast. We might keep Bloodscent. I don't want to be, milling through them for too long. And we need several of these guys for the Berserker army. I'm not entirely sure how many. At least 3 to get all that armor from the Twisted Flesh. They have enough attack, I think, to be getting on with. Anyway, you, Sith Castling, is still supposed to go to Throggy, so go out there, try not to get assassinated by that, assassin. And lastly, Scorched, you are moving up here. You've nearly reached Morkaka at last. Alright, and that, I believe, will allow us to end the turn. We don't have enough time to fight another battle, but I'd like to end it just to see if anything interesting happens. And let's upgrade those outposts while we're at it. Alright, plus to do the admin between the episodes. Alrighty, Troop Fairy, why are you moving? I forgot to slightly click you so that you didn't do that. Alright, raiding at Castle Drakenhob, that's us raiding our own territories. Drajoeth probably wants to be friends of some kind. Military access, well, he's not likely to become a vassal. And minus 110. He is friends with the Poxmakers, however. Maybe we should just be friends with him. The thing is, it's going to take such a long time to get down here and take a proper settlement from him, such that we could vassalize him, that if we get into an alliance with him, it probably would be better for us in order to acquire his units. Not so sure about the same thing about Kugath or not. But nonetheless, let's do it. Why not? Plus, it'll give us a vision down here, which I like the idea of as well. Go for a military alliance. We'll get an outpost going with him as well. Alright, and this probably means what we're going to want to do, or at least one of the things we're going to want to do, is betray the Bloody Hands. They hold Black Crag anyway, which is something that we want for ourselves. We just got to make sure we get the rest of our units or armies safely away from them so that they don't take them down while they're exposed and undefended. Alrighty, and by the looks of it, nobody else will attack us this turn. Good, alright, missions. Oh, right, we had the mission for the Military Alliance for Absolute Ages. Oh, there it is! The crown lies near a mountain range in the Southlands. Okay, well, I guess we need to wait another 10 turns until it actually reveals itself, because it's too vague. Near a mountain range in the Southlands, it's way, way too vague. But anyway, we are going to... Well, I guess we're out of time, so we're going to have to call the episode here anyway. Razor Standard, Building Allegiance... Earn 20 allegiance with an allied faction. I'm shocked that we hadn't done that a million times, but anyway. Out of time, calling it here. Next time, we continue moving throughout the Empire and just generally annoying them. Probably gonna have to back away from Elspeth until we get a proper army on Morkaka there. Kuchar will land in the Empire and start taking out their territories. Felman Ingerson will be destroyed by Wulfrik. We might fight this, although I think it might be basic enough for us not to bother, and then Wulfrik will head out to defeat Be'lakor, and what I'm hoping will be a pretty nice duel, and we continue building up the these special settlements, and if it isn't Skarsnik, though he's eventually probably going to declare war on us due to the Chaos Dwarfs being with us, we maybe should just declare war on him. He's right there. We could have Throggy kill him and then move back into Karaz-a-Karak without any trouble. Certainly a thought. Anyway, stay tuned for more Wulfrik. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.